Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit of a luxury haul, but I do have a very exciting Hermes bag to reveal in this video. But before I dive into today's video, if you are new to my channel but you like luxury, like fashion, handbags, shoes, beauty, makeup, skincare, all things luxury, but if you also like a little bit of a luxury investigative content, I do that on my channel every now and then as well. So if you are new here and you aren't subscribed, I would love if you would hit that button down below and also the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. I try to upload every weekend. Okay, so let's get right into today's video. So the first part of this video is in collaboration with Ana Luisa. So I have done many collabs with them. That's why I own so many of their jewelry items. I'm currently wearing the ones that have been my OGs for a while now, and the wear and tear on them has been great. One of my all-time favorite Ana Luisa products is actually these Tia medium hoop earrings. I love a good chunky hoop. And then I've also got my rope bold ring as well that I've had for quite a while. So Ana Luisa does have a 2-year guarantee on their products as well, but all of mine have held up fantastically, and I've owned them for, well, I have lots of their jewelry that I've owned for well over a couple of years, but I do have a couple other pieces to do a quick reveal to you today. So currently I'm wearing a new in necklace. This is actually a set. This is called the Tate necklace set, and it features a beautiful little faux pearl on the end of the necklace, and it comes in this cute little Ana Luisa pouch. So this necklace is the Claire necklace. It features some beautiful little crystals on like what kind of looks like a flower. Really quite nice, this necklace. So Ana Luisa has great pricing on their products as well. They start at $39 USD, and they also do free express shipping within the US, but they do ship worldwide as well. And if you click the link down below in the description bar, you can also get up to 20% off on their jewelry, even though it's already a great price as it is. So you can think about whether or not you want to get ahead for your Christmas shopping, maybe think about Ana Luisa as a gift idea, or go ahead and treat yourself. Let's move on to today's unboxings. I have some items here from Dior Beauty. Recently they were doing like a gift with purchase thing, and that's usually when I go a little bit ham on the Dior Beauty items. So I think I've already revealed some other stuff on a previous video. So this is the other items I got to take advantage of the GWP offer. None of these are really limited edition as far as I know. I'll show you the lip maximizer first, because I think this is a possibility it's limited edition, but it seems to be hanging around if it is limited, so maybe they're just going to keep it there. And it's the shade Hollow Lavender in 003. Based on what I could see online, it's got a lavender, you know, purpley kind of hue to it, but nothing that's too obvious. But what you will notice is the holographic lavender effect. You can definitely see that holographic glitter coming through as a lavender color. I love the lip maximizers because they are plumping and hydrating. They have a slight tingly feeling, so they make your lips feel like they're, you know, getting bigger, or they give your lips the illusion of looking a bit bigger. But I find that they're really long lasting as well. They keep my lips hydrated for ages. So I have a little bit of a spoiler as well. I have heard that Chanel is going to be releasing a new gloss called the Gloss Max, or something like the Max Plumper. I feel like it's going to be an equivalent to the Dior Lip Maximizer, and I've been waiting for ages for Chanel to release something that is like the Dior Lip Maximizer, because the Rouge Coco Gloss from Chanel is not the same. Like, they don't feel the same on the lips. Alright, so I have 4 Dior blushes here. 2 of them are like a... I hope that's not broken. I can't hear anything, but this just survived that drop. So I got the Dior Riviera Blush and Glow duo. So obviously that's the Riviera blush, and then that is the glow highlight right there. Really pretty. The Riviera shade is super popular. Let me give you a bit of a swatchy-roo. So that's how it looks on my fingers there. See that there? So that's a really nice color there. That is so wearable, that blush. And then there's that glow, which is stunning. Look at that glitter to that. Oh my gosh. This is really nice. No wonder this is like the cult favorite blush and glow. Apparently this shade, the Dior Riviera, is pretty much like almost always sold out. Look at that. They're technically called the contour and glow, because I mean you can use blush to contour as well. Like, it also lifts your cheekbones depending on where your placement is of the blush. This is the Dior Amour shade, and this is definitely on the far lighter side compared to the Riviera one. So you've got like a pinky kind of blush here, and then a lavender kind of highlight. This one here, That's the highlight, and then that's the blush there. Very, very light. But I do know that with these, they swatch light, but then when you apply them with a brush, they tend to go, like they tend to be more obvious. I noticed that when I was doing the actual contour shades, like it swatched really light, but then when I put it on my skin, it actually was a heck of a lot darker than what I thought it was. So that's it there and there. Okay, so I have 2 shades of blush. I have the shade Tutu, which is a holographic blush. And I don't think that these are limited edition or anything. So all these blushes I'm showing you are all supposed to be a part of the permanent line. That's it there. Really nice pink. Gonna do it here. So this is the shade Tutu. Oh wow, look at that. You can see that pinky kind of glittery holographic effect. So that's it there on my finger. See all that glitter. Really nice pink. This is in the shade 601 hologram holographic. So it doesn't have a name. Oh no, the name is actually 601, whereas the other one, the blush name was Tutu. So they've actually called this 601. A little bit more slightly on the warmer peach side, this one. The lighting probably washes it out a little bit, but it is a little bit different than the other one. I have to do like an Instagram unboxing, so I'll try not to destroy it. So that's it there, which I'm not gonna flip you off. That's it on my finger. See how it looks? Yeah, it looks way more of like an orangey peach shade. That's it there. Yeah, you can really see how this is more of like a peachy tone compared to this. It's more of a true pink. So all those Dior beauty items are going to be linked down below in case there was anything there that you liked. But let's get on to the big one of this video today. So I have a new in Hermes bag. This is another pre-loved buy as usual. I will have all the links down below to some of my favorite places to buy Hermes, particularly from Japan. I recommend to follow all those sellers because that way you can get some great deals when it comes to pre-loved items from Japan, not just for Hermes, also for Chanel as well. But Fashionphile, if you are in the US, is also a great place to shop. So I'm going to link this bag if it's available on Fashionphile, or even if it's available on Vestiaire Collective, I will link it down below. But this is a kind of newer release bag that they released in fall winter. I believe it was it last year? I think it was last year fall winter release. I don't know, everything becomes a blur to me. Why do I feel like life is just flying by now? I'm like, oh my gosh, we're at the end of 2024. It's almost Christmas again. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that it was last year's Christmas, and I was just so busy that it's like, how did it just happen all over again? And I'm back in the same situation of being at the crazy time of year again. So let's open it up. You're free to guess. What do you think it might be? I said it was something that was released or not that long ago. But technically, this is actually a re-release. This is a re-release of a bag that they had a very, very long time ago. It used to be, well, obviously it was vintage that you could only get it for a long time. But now they've re-released it and kind of changed it up a little bit as well. I'm gonna make sure I wipe off all that makeup on my hands so I don't get it all over the bag. So I got actually a bag that's in a leather I've never had before too, so that's cool. I have already opened it, you know. I have to check it first. If you're going to buy something that's online, you know, you should check it first. Don't just leave it to unbox it. Always check it first. So I got the Hermes Kelly Elan in Etup re-release of the Kelly Elan that they had a long time ago, and you could only get it vintage because they had stopped producing it. But before it was just like this. It was literally just this clutch like that. So that's the difference about it now. They've now added a strap to the shape of what was just previously essentially the same shape as this, but in a clutch format. Now a cute little pochette bag, which I thought was really cool. It's just unique and different. It's fun. It's kind of very modern as well. It's very youthful kind of vibe. So something different that I feel like Hermes doesn't always have, that kind of youthful kind of look to their bags sometimes. People kind of relate them to being like a bit like old age kind of bags. Here it is. It's not actually like how the leather is. It's actually definitely a pressed in grain. Leather doesn't normally look like that. So it's a heat pressed grain like Epsom is, but it feels softer. See how like the Epsom one, which is this cray one here, see how the lines are kind of like diagonal, a bit like not you know, they're going everywhere. The grain is larger sort of thing. Whereas the Madame leather feels more like little teeny tiny squares everywhere. Gives it an overall different feeling as well. Like Epsom feels firm, like a bit more rougher, a bit tougher to touch. The Madame leather feels softer, more supple. Like it's almost, I'd say that it's probably got a lot to do with the type of leather that they use where they're actually pressing on the grain. I'm not 100% sure, I'm just kind of assuming like how they might have gone around it. So the inside of the bag is super simple. Small little tiny pocket. I don't have my bag with me to kind of do any like what fits, but this is my phone. It's just an iPhone 15 Pro. And it's got a pop socket, so it kind of sticks out a bit, but that fits easily inside like that. Grabbed two different wallets. So I've got the Chanel classic kind of card holder wallet, the compact one, and then I've got my Hermes Calvi Duo. So I thought I'd see how it goes. Okay, so the Chanel one does fit in anyway, easily like that, or you can fit it the other way, but I'd recommend upways so you could take advantage of the height. And then the Calvi obviously would easily fit in too. We'll try the Maximizer. And that goes in there. So right now you could easily have fit, like you would assume that you might have your keys in like a pouch like this or something. You've got your phone, your lipstick, and there is still a little bit more space, so you could put in a compact. And I'd still say that there's actually more space for some tissues and even sunglasses. I think that you could actually fit in on top of here. I am pretty darn certain of it. I'll try just with my normal glasses, and all my glasses are always like a fairly big size anyway. So that's it there, like that, and we'll try and close it up and we'll see how we go. But that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Like, it does seem like, oh, easy. It seems like a small bag, but it actually fit more than my essentials, actually. If you compare this to the Kelly wallet, that doesn't fit much at all. That's so small. I had that before, the Kelly wallet to go, and it is ridiculous because it just does not fit much. You literally have to use it only as a wallet. Like, you can fit a phone in there, but you can't fit keys in there. Obviously with Hermes, their bags tend to sell over the retail, but not all of them, obviously. But something like this with the Kelly name, you know, it's just the way it is. This kind of bag would be a quota offer. It just depends how the store operates, or even how like the country operates. If it's like a smaller network of stores, they might have the same rule across all their stores. Like in Australia, we don't even have many stores here. I shop at Hermes Australia quite obviously because, you know, even though funnily enough, yeah, they asked me to update my wish list. I don't know, I just didn't really want to. I kind of am over it. I feel like if I'm going to buy something, I would just want to buy it when I want to buy it. And the problem with you, when you play like the Hermes game, you can say, oh, you'll get these things that you want. But let's say you also want a particular bag as well, and you'll put that on your wish list, but then it's the waiting game for it to come. And I cannot be bothered with that. So I just rather just something I particularly want from Hermes that's not a bag. Most of the time, it's far cheaper, if anything, always actually, for me to just go ahead and get it in the resale market, because that's where people will buy things and resell them for less because they were just trying to get a bag anyway. And I have no problem with that because I, you know, have resold things that I didn't want that I feel like I probably just justified to buy to get a bag anywho's. So I have no issue with that whatsoever. Equate what you spend at the store in order to get an offer in particular places where there is a pre-spend obviously required. Let's not bullshit here. There's a pre-spend required unless you get lucky in France. But like if you equate what you would spend on paying the retail price for things like that you want, like shoes, you know, the Arans, the Chypres, let's say also jewelry, you're looking for jewelry, you're looking for twillies, scarves, perfumes, like maybe not perfumes and makeup, you know, because they're actually, you know, they're not bad in price, they're cheap, but they don't really count all that much towards your pre-spend anyway. They might just, you know, it's not like a big ticket item for the store anyways. But anywho's, if you were to equate all of that kind of spend, and let's say hypothetically you wanted all those items that you bought, if you were to go and turn around to look at the resale market and the pre-loved market, even the resale market at brand new, chances are you were probably going to be getting all of those items, like all up what you spend, you probably would have saved 50% of what you spent. So if you spent $20,000 on items from the store, chances are you probably could have got all those items for $10,000 instead. And then you've now got $10,000 left over. And if you wanted a bag as well, you can go to the resale market and go and get the bag that you wanted. And let's say hypothetically you pay over the retail price. But if you're having to only spend at the very most maximum of $10,000 more than the retail price, you have to bear in mind you've just saved $10,000 by buying in the resale for all those other items which you could have got brand new in the resale market. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you didn't have the headache of the whatnot. Do you know if you're going to get that bag that you asked for? Are you going to get the color you wanted? When's it going to come? How can I plan for this purchase because I don't know when it happens? Like, whereas if you have that freedom of just shopping the way that I personally do, you don't have to worry about that. When you want the bag, you can pretty much get the bag, or you can stalk the resale pre-loved market until it becomes available for the price that you're willing to spend if you're a little bit more fussy like me, who's a bit like, nah, don't want to pay that. But yeah, you have all that time to kind of do that, and it's all at your own control. And then if you do want some of the other items, like I do still buy some of their stuff. I buy their shoes in particular. I love them. I buy their scarves. I love their scarves, like the Twillies in particular. So yeah, I still buy things like that, and I buy them in the resale market for a heck of a lot cheaper. So then those savings that I get can go into paying that little bit of a premium for the exact bag I wanted, without having to wait for someone to say, well, really, without having to wait for someone to decide if I'm worthy enough of being sold the bag, or if I've spent enough, or whatever it may be. So that's personally why I didn't bother updating my wish list because I don't think I want to be a part of that system where you wish for something and then you wait for it, and you wait. Like, it's all right if you go and say, like, order a Lamborghini or something, and then you're like, okay, I'm ordering it, you know, depositing for it, or however the process works. I don't own a Lamborghini, but like, you know what's coming and you paid for it, so it's okay. Whereas like Hermes is like, you wishing for it, but you don't know when it's going to happen, or if it's going to happen, or what you have to do to make it happen. I just don't care for that system whatsoever. I've rambled a bit, but I kind of feel like sometimes it needs a bit of explaining how, even though, you know, not everyone feels that they want to go to the resale market, in theory, you kind of save money anyway, actually, because if you were to have to buy all those items at store, then that adds to the cost. But if you wanted all those items, you can just buy them for cheaper in the resale market. What do you think of my new Kelly Alarm bag? I'm so thrilled with how much it actually fits. And what do you think? I'll put some mod shots on the screen so you're not just seeing me holding it like this on the camera. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you like it? Would you consider one? Do you think it's pretty youthful and modern, something a bit different? Do you know that this actually is a re-release? Did you know that they had the Kelly Alarm pochette, which had no strap and looked just like this? You can unbutton here. It comes off, both of them. Literally, they just snap off, and then I don't really want to take off the strap, but you just pull out the strap like so and use it as a clutch. So you are not constrained to have to use it only as a shoulder bag. So they've still made it into the Kelly Alarm clutch just by having that feature where you could take off the strap, use it like a clutch. So it's a very versatile bag when you think about it that way. Like if you compare it to the Kelly pochette, it's super cute with its top handle, that's for sure. I love the Kelly pochette, but it doesn't have a strap. This one doesn't have the top handle, so it kind of lacks that cute factor, but you can take off the strap and still use it as a clutch. So I might even be able to find this and link this down below. Otherwise, I will link any Kelly Alarms that I can find, the new one. But all those links for the Japanese, like pre-loved consignment stores to follow. And don't forget the Ana Luisa link as well to shop to get up to 20% off on their jewelry. Yeah, so that is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.